Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Snort, snort, snort.
Kogan.
Drip. Snort, snort.
I got the drip. Go. Good morning, everyone. Phil here, and welcome to the Level 1 podcast for Wednesday, the 20th of December, 2023. And today we've got a chill show, an interesting one, where we'll be recapping a lot of the playthroughs I'm doing and give status updates because a few of these are actually starting to reach the end. We'll be talking about the very hyped Christmas marathon this weekend, the Christmas Eve react show, and more. But before we get to all of that, I have something that I would like to say that I feel is kind of pertinent and important, especially this time of year. You know, we're in the midst of the holiday season, are we not? Right? The snow is falling, the Christmas trees have been decorated, the food's in the oven, family and friends are on the way. And a lot of the time, we could get so caught up in our own hustle and bustle that we don't really start to look around us at things that are going down. And particularly, what I would like to address is that not everyone has a great time of year this time of year. For some, the holiday season is sad. They're alone. They don't have anyone. Or maybe they lost a family member or a friend or a loved one around this time of year, and it just serves as like a stark reminder of that loss. And a lot of us don't get that, I feel. You know, you don't understand that because your whole life you kind of associate the holiday season with positivity and fun and friends and giving. It's a positive season, but not for everyone. And as I've gotten older, I've learned to walk in other people's shoes and start to see from their perspectives. And basically what I want to emphasize this morning is that this time of year, as much as it is a time for us to be happy and healthy and be nice to everyone around us, it's also a time to be understanding and observant for those who aren't. And maybe understand that maybe their life isn't the same as yours. And you should perhaps try to walk in someone else's shoes and understand why they feel the way that they do before you cast harsh judgments against them. It's easy to just dismiss someone as a Grinch or a humbug instead of actually realizing that maybe something is going on in that person's life, and that's why they're not actually having a good time during this holiday season when the rest of us are. If you're someone who's in that position, I do have a message for you, okay? This morning I was getting ready. I was putting on my pullover here. I'm brushing my hair. I'm getting ready for the stream, right? And I'm having a good morning. Like, I'm having fun with my wife, and I'm having fun with Jasper. We've got all these creatures out in the backyard. To let you know what happened, because it was kind of funny. We have this new thing we've been doing. It's called suet. And what it is, it's a block of, like, coagulated fat and nuts and fruit and stuff. And you put it in this little cage, and you hang it outside on your fence, and all these creatures will come by to eat it over the course of the day. Okay? So we're putting out a new one. And my wife goes to do it. She goes to pop it out, and the whole thing just goes, explodes. So there is suet chunks all over the backyard. And so she comes inside to wash her hands because the thing is so messy. And all these creatures just converge on the backyard. We've got squirrels. We've got birds of like 5 different kinds. And it's just, it's beautiful. It's like, wow, how awesome, how positive. And we're smiling ear to ear. We're eating our breakfast. I'm having my coffee. We're having a really great morning. Okay, I come upstairs, I brush my hair to get ready for the stream, and I realize how lucky I am to have the life that I have, that we live to. It's such a beautiful life that's fun and positive, and we're really, really enjoying this holiday season. And then I thought back to about 8 years ago, 7 years ago, and I'm remembering how things were at a time in my life when things were not good. You know, back then I didn't even have a podcast, all right? I didn't even turn on my camera unless it was like a special event. Back then, I didn't care about how I looked, how I dressed, how I behaved. I was literally, at that point in my life, a heavy alcoholic drinker. My personal life was a shambles. In the morning, did I ever brush my hair or get nice and get ready to go on stream? No, I didn't even care. It was just like, well, just another day. Just going to throw myself out on stream and hopefully make some money today. That's really what was in my mind back then. I was in a low point of my life. you know, and just going through the motions just to get stuff to happen. And I particularly remember, you know, that time of that. I can't remember exactly the year, but I just remember this one year. It was the holiday season. And even though on stream I was putting out a show publicly for everyone, I was feeling awful. You know, my life sucked. I didn't like anything that was going on in my life. I hated what I was doing for my job. It had gotten stale. I hated my personal life. It was falling apart. I was, you know, drinking constantly. So basically all this bad stuff going on. And now here I am this morning, and I'm having like the best, you know, morning with my family, enjoying the holiday season. I'm excited to come on stream with all of you this morning and have a great day. And it just hit me like how lucky I am and how easy it is for those of us who just don't understand others and their perspectives and what they could be going through to again, to be harsh and judgmental. So I just wanted to bring some awareness to this to you all this morning. And for those of you who maybe are at your low right now, because I'm assured that a few people who are watching this podcast right now, live or on demand, may be feeling low and being down, and there's bad stuff going on in your life right now. First of all, I want you to let you know I get it, because I've been there, all right? And the only thing that I can say, because I'm not a medical professional, I'm not a psychiatrist, I'm not a counselor, I'm not some psychic who can tell the future. But what I can tell you is that from my personal experience, all right, these low times in your life don't last. They will definitely come up. There's going to be times in your life that you just can't avoid stuff happening, all right? My life has been like this, all right? A series of high highs immediately followed by a crashing bunch of low lows, and then a high high, and then a low low again, and it just constantly going like this. And you can't really avoid that. Some people are lucky, and they're rich, and they don't have to worry about stuff, and their life is just a high all the time, right? But not many of us get to experience that. A lot of us, we have real lives of this varying up and down cycle, correct? So understand that right now, if you're at a low during this holiday season, and everyone around you just might not get it, might not understand why you're all bummed out and you want to be left alone and you're just feeling glum and very humbug, I guess would be the best way to describe it. Don't worry. At least my advice is things will get better. They don't last, you know? They just don't. Things always change. It just takes some time and patience. And when you're at your lowest, you don't want to hear that. You want to hear that it's either going to immediately change right now, or else you're so stuck in the dumps that you can't think of anything else but being stuck in the dumps. I know, again, I've been there. But I want to let you know, at least from my perspective and my experiences in my life, things get better. They do. So at a time when a lot of people may be struggling, I want you to know I got your back. I know what you're going through. And stick in it. Stick with it. All right? Don't give up, because life is not worth giving up on. There's a lot of good things going on. And as you can get past the low parts, right, there's nowhere to go but up. You know, I've been at a point where I hated my life. I hated who I was. I didn't think anyone cared about me. I didn't think anyone loved me. I didn't think that anything that I did on this planet mattered. I thought I was an insignificant speck that was nothing but a waste of air. That's how I felt. And now look at me. You know, years later, I'm happily married with a great family life, with a great show that I put out every day that people care about, awesome content and streams, a job that I love, a family that I can't wait to spend time with over these holidays. This is it. This is life. This is great. And it took a long time to get here, but I'm here. And I think that everyone else out there can experience this too. And I want you to experience this. So I want you to know that don't dwell on the negative. Don't dwell on those awful things that are happening right now. They're going to happen. In life, they're unavoidable, but you will bounce back. Just stick in there, all right? Know that everyone out there, you know, if they don't understand what you're going through, that's on them, because maybe they've never been through it. Maybe their low lows are coming, and then the harsh reality is going to smack them in the face one day, and then they'll realize what you're going through, and maybe they'll feel a little bit bad about how they're treating you right now, right? But yeah, just know, I know exactly what's going on. I do. I've been there, and I wish you all the best, even if you're not having the best holiday season. If you're going through some bad stuff right now, things will get better eventually, all right? And another thing that I would say too, and I know this is going to be really tough, try not to let what's going on right now tarnish the holiday season forever, because I know how easy it is to associate a negative with a certain date or a certain time of year. And this is a time of year when, in general, most people are feeling jolly and happy and jovial. And man, it would suck if this time of year becomes the opposite for you because something is going bad now. Know that things are not forever. Things are not absolute. Things can change and improve. And I wish you the best, and I hope that they do for you. Okay? All right. And that's what I had to start the show with today because, you know, some stuff going on. And I felt like I would throw that out there, and I hope that all of you are having a happy and holiday season.
I got the drip going. 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 I got the drip going.
It's like a faucet that's dripping. You can't make it stop. So what do you want me to do? Have a mute button that every second I'm tapping the mute button just in case I'm gonna have to clear? Like, this is what I mean, these dumb kids. This is what it is. It's dumb kids.